What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to get into the murder, and yes, I said murder, of Whitney Houston. Everybody has their speculations about her death, how she was found unresponsive in her hotel room. I forget what hotel it was. Apparently she was attending, I think it was like the Global Awards, some shit like that night. And basically, I already got downloads, and here is what the fuck Whitney has to say to you, fucking patsy ass bitch. Sit the fuck down and watch how a diva works this shit. Tell a hater, fuck you. Whitney has already stated that this was an orchestrated death and that Pat was behind it. Pat set up Bobby Christina's murder. Pat did that shit basically on her own, and she was also behind Whitney's murder and helped cover it up. Basically, that night or whatever at the Global Awards, Whitney was all strung out on her shit. Like, you guys know how Whitney used to get down. Like, basically at this point in her career, she was fucking gone. So I don't know, some fight started or a brawl or some shit happened, and basically the industry was just like, you know what, this is the last fucking straw. Like, we're done with this shit. I think her security guards forced her back up into her room upstairs. I think her and Bobby Christina also got in a fight, which Bobby Christina was on drugs too. And I kept hearing the song, The Children Are the People or whatever. Bobby Christina was Whitney's legacy. That was who was going to carry her life on basically. And tragically, she was murdered. Pat was very, very jealous that she couldn't be Whitney. Like, you whack-ass bitches need to sit the fuck down, bruh, because you're jealous of some shit that you could never fucking possess. If you guys don't know who Pat is, she was, I think, Whitney's brother's wife, and Whitney was very naive. She trusted her family and, you know, people around her. I know Hollywood had a big ass heart for Whitney, and they let her continue this fuck shit for years and years and years. Like, they didn't take Whitney out like basically how they do a lot of other people, even though there was drugs involved and, you know, that whole shit, drugs and murders, and eventually, you know, they take you the fuck out. That's not how it worked in Whitney's case. Like, she took it too fucking far. They were done. She's did this shit for years and years and years and years, and they let her get away with it. Like, she had a very soft spot with people, man. But Pat always wanted to see fucking Whitney fall. She acted like her friend. She was really close to Bobby Christina, so, you know, they shared a lot of secrets and shit, but she was always out to get Whitney. See, I don't trust fucking nobody. I will never trust anybody in my motherfucking life, and neither should you. Blood, fucking nobody. It doesn't mean shit. You came into this fucking world alone, and you're gonna leave alone, just like fucking Whitney did. She got stabbed in the back by this bitch. And basically, we're gonna get into everything and see the whole truth and nothing but the truth, what Whitney has to say about this shit. Whitney grew up in like a church life household, so her family was very tight-knit. She grew up singing gospel, going to church. Like, her life was nothing like how it ended. When she met Bobby Brown, it was like this whole bad boy image. Like, obviously, when you get trapped in that demonic, like, demon, Satan, devil energy, and you come completely from the opposite place of that, like, you can get trapped in that shit. And that's exactly what happened to Whitney. And they got on drugs, and just basically her life spiraled out of control. Like, them soul ties are fucking real. So let's get into this. I'm shuffling all my cards. Whitney wanted to use 2 different decks, I think I used. So let's see what she has to say. Clearly, I cuss on my channel, and I don't, let me make this clear, give a fuck what you think or any of that shit. So if you can't handle the pressure, get the fuck off my channel, because you have no business being on it anyway. I said what the fuck I said. First card out, they think that you're fine. Of course, they told Whitney that she was fine. They told Whitney basically anything that she wanted to hear. I'm hearing entourage, I'm hearing yes men. Abusive position, breakdown. Someone in the family felt rejected, or if they were going to be rejected. So I think Whitney was looking into firing Pat. Like, she knew this bitch was a fucking snake. We all know narcissists want to win at all costs and be the star of the show, but they ain't never shit. They ain't never going to be shit, and this bitch knew that. Without Whitney, she was nothing. She was nothing any damn way. Game over. Whitney was done playing, and she was getting ready to cut this bitch off, and she knew it. And what does a narcissist do when you try to cut them off? Try to take you out because they want to fucking be you. I'm hearing there's a special place in hell for people like this. You can escape worldly things, but you can't escape the underworld. You can't escape the truth. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. So Whitney definitely hurt Pat in some kind of way. This bitch was stuck in her feelings because she got told the truth. She got put in her motherfucking place. Oh, but that wasn't gonna fly, because if Pat had a chance to take Whitney out, she was gonna do it. She had some kind of grudge against Whitney. She was living in the past. Devil's advocate, Pat is a demon in the flesh. She was obsessed with Whitney. She wanted to be Whitney. She wanted to pry into Whitney's life and all of her secrets. There's things that Whitney wouldn't say, and Pat, wanted to pry in and couldn't get the fucking information. I'm hearing aristocrat, sneaky bitch. She wanted to push Whitney into self-sabotage. This bitch was so fucking wicked, bro. Like, she legit thought so negatively about Whitney, like she tried to project shit onto her. Sounds real familiar, you dumbass bitch. No cap. All Pat could do was sit back and watch. She was never going to be anybody. Never anybody in the spotlight. She was just jealous, conniving snake. She wanted to take Whitney's legacy, but couldn't, so instead helped take her life. See, because Pat was a weak bitch, she didn't have the power behind her to stop shit. She needed someone else to do it. A rat. I'm seeing the kitchen. Ratatouille, bitch. Give it more time. We can be partners. We can be best friends. The fucking devil. I could be the devil in your fucking back, Whitney. How about that? Sounds like a good idea, right? Right. So Whitney may have forgiven this fucking retarded bitch. And yes, I say retard because most people that are narcissists are fucking slow as shit and they can never get enough. But in the inside, Whitney didn't forgive her. She was onto her shit. I'm seeing theft. I'm seeing Whitney's purse. I don't know if she took her ID or something. She took something out of it. I'm also seeing a bottle of pills. I'm seeing Pat scurrying like a little fucking rat trying to hide shit. Fucking squeak, somebody step on this stupid bitch. While she's doing this shit, Whitney's in the tub and she's drowning. I could end the reading right here, right now. Pat fucking murdered Whitney. Something was put in Whitney's fucking food. I see food. Whitney ordered food that morning or some shit like that. After she got in a fight with Christina was in her room or something. I think they had breakfast together, and fucking Pat did this shit. After all of that, I don't know where her fucking bodyguards were, because they were supposed to be with Whitney at all times, but the bodyguard stepped away somewhere. He's not there. And Pat turned the water up on fucking Whitney because she was passing out in the tub because of something that was put in her drink or in her fucking food, and Pat did it. Her bodyguard comes back. I think Pat was supposed to keep an eye on Whitney while her bodyguard was fucking gone. He goes to check on her and he's in fucking shock because she's drowned and she's fucking in the tub. She's fucking under the water and shit. And there's fucking cocaine on the counter or something. I see that by the mirror. There also could be other crack cocaine residue around, pills, prescriptions, makeup. See him get on a walkie-talkie. He's radioing someone. They're just chalking it up to Whitney just being all fucking cracked out on her shit when that's not the fucking truth. I mean, it's half of the truth, but it's not the whole truth. Whitney was betrayed in the worst way, and in her death, she feels the wounds. She did not die a happy death. It was very painful. It was hot. She was being burned and couldn't react. She couldn't get out the tub. She couldn't do anything. Then you got whatever. Everybody just shrugged it off because it looked like a fucking overdose or a drug binge or some shit when that wasn't the truth. Pat, you fucking evil bitch, man. I hope you burn in hell for this shit. Bro, I've been here yelling again. These motherfuckers probably think I'm crazy, but I said, I'm already fucking channeled with the spirit. I'm saying what the fuck they're telling me. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here. Shout out to DMX. So Whitney, bruh, she was a very outspoken fucking person and she wants to be heard. She's saying Pat's lying to herself. She's just gonna play this off and take it to her grave until the day that she dies, but she will pay for this. The Devil's Advocate is #1 on his hit list. Unrealistic, jealous, moody. Pat, get your shit together, you whack-ass bitch. Whitney probably even said that shit to her, and that's why the fuck she was mad, all up in your feelings. Shout out to the ghetto nun. Wow, 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 bitch, I'm the baby. After the awards, when they basically left, Whitney was going to drop Pat's ass, and she knew it. She didn't know where she was going to see herself in the future with her career and everything. Like I said, she wasn't shit without Whitney. She relied heavily on Whitney's finances. I'm definitely seeing Whitney's bodyguard. He's fucking heartbroken over this shit. He worked for Whitney for a long time. He grew really close to her. It's weird because even though the industry was done with fucking Whitney, I don't really see them having anything to do with her fucking death. It's Pat. She did it. Basically, when the bodyguard radioed whoever he radioed, they were just like, pretty much, she's gone. It's whatever, basically. They didn't really look into her death the way that they should have. They never pinned it on Pat when she's the one that fucking killed Whitney. Like most speculation, they pointed the finger at Hollywood, but Hollywood really didn't do this. Even though they were done with her shit, like I said, they had some kind of heart for her. The drugs are what gave Whitney the disadvantage of fighting for her life. She didn't follow her intuition. She knew someone was fucking out to get her. She knew it was Pat, but she honestly didn't see this bitch doing that shit. Lurker. Pat was waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, when no one would suspect anything. Pat was a sensitive little ass pussy bitch. She could never handle the truth. She was insecure about herself, her looks, her life. The bitch was fucking whack. She wanted to be Whitney. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. The hermit. Whitney liked to isolate herself and mind her motherfucking business, bitch. Something that this bitch couldn't fucking do. She wanted to be Whitney. She wanted to know every damn thing about her life, and she couldn't. So she was pissed off about that. It's such a damn shame what jealousy can do. We see everything that you do. I am karma, and bitch, you will pay for it when the time is through. Anxiety, worry, fear. Pat knows her fucking time is coming. Can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Hold on. Oh, you want to repent for your sins. You want to pray to God. The thing is, when you try to destroy someone with ill will, wicked intentions, bitch, in the afterlife, you're going to hell. There's no way out of it. There is no forgiveness, no mercy. When you try to curse someone, you curse your motherfucking self. Every time. Oompa doopa doopity dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me. But like most narcissists, they can never get enough. The bitch didn't want to listen. She wanted to be heard, not seen. It's supposed to be seen and not heard. But she had enough. She was going to take Whitney out. She was going to silence her. You'll never silence me. I'll get you. I'll get you, my little pretty. Well, well, well. And then you have the death card. She took Whitney's life. Shit was over, and she wasn't going to get caught. But guess what, bitch? Guess what? The universe saw you. What is done in the dark will always come to the light. And demons, they hate light. You will be burned in eternal hell, the lake of fire. Follow your intuition, homie. That's something that Whitney didn't do. Bruh, the police never dusted for fingerprints because if they would have caught this bitch. Issues with time management, case overload. Pat couldn't keep up with the demands that Whitney had going for her life. She needed an assistant that was cut out to do the motherfucking job, and it wasn't this bitch. And she knew it. She was stressed out. She was burnt out. She couldn't meet the demands. She was impulsive. She couldn't think straight. I'm also seeing Pat like hating herself for being fat. Like she wanted the body that Whitney had too. And she spent a lot of her time obsessing about this. I swear, people are fucking weird. People have fucking issues, man. Get your fucking life, though. Always looking for somebody to fix your bitch ass. And that's exactly what she wanted Whitney to do. I'm seeing Pat, like, she thinks that she was working too damn hard. Like, she couldn't handle the fucking pressure. Nothing was going her way. Nothing was going in her favor. She wanted to be noticed. She wanted to be the star of the show. Like, that was never gonna happen, bitch. That was never made for your life. But you sat here and you took Whitney's, though, because of that. I'm hearing Pat was out to get me from day one. I'm seeing Bobby Christina. Whitney regrets letting Bobby Christina get so close to this devil, snake, conniving bitch. My poor baby died. So Pat may be defensive, or she was defensive around the time of Whitney's murder because she was paranoid. She knew that she did this and she was scared that people were going to find out about it. But everybody brushed it off. Surprise. Whitney just overdosed. It's just a normal Hollywood drug binge. We see this all the time with the stars. Pat was basically holding her emotions back, restraining everything, trying to play it off like Whitney was just the victim of a fucking Hollywood murder crime. Bitch, you know that you did this shit though. You fucking know that, and you can't even live with yourself. Whitney Houston, the Empress. I'm every woman. It's all in me. I do it naturally. Whitney was a beautiful person inside and out. Something Pat could never, ever, 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 ever possess. Living in the past, once again. What's wrong, fucking Pat? You got your fucking feelings hurt. You couldn't accept the truth for what it was. And the more and more successful Whitney got, the more and more and more and more jealous you became. You was never shit, and you was never gonna be shit, and you still ain't shit. I'm hearing how you like me now. Whitney was a loving, compassionate person, something that you could never be. You always pretended to be something that you never were, but all along you were an evil, backstabbing, shady bitch. I want the world to see, I want the world to know who you truly are, Pat. Bobby Christina. Bobby Christina knew that you murdered me. I left my fortune to her, and you killed her just so you could take it. I was the star of the show, and my daughter was to carry my legacy. You took away my daughter's dreams. Tell me this, Pat. How does it feel every day to wake up knowing that you're a liar? You're living a lie. Why did you take my life from me? Why did I have to die? Spiritual poverty. This bitch is going straight to hell, where she deserves to be, and on earth right now, she is in a mental prison. Then you have the cauldron, which represents to me dark black magic. It could represent ill will, wickedness, attention directed towards an individual with wicked ill will behind it, or it could have to do with the industry, or both. In this case, like I said, this bitch has been projecting ill will, wickedness, death upon Whitney for years. Materialism, greed. Enough was never enough. She couldn't be Whitney. She couldn't have Whitney's legacy. And even with all of Whitney's money and Bobby Christina's money, if this bitch even got any of it, she's still not happy. She still will never be the star of the show. She'll never be anything that she wanted to be in life. I'm hearing this is the Heartbreak Hotel. Look what you did to me. See, because even though Whitney was all in all that shit or whatever, or strung the fuck out or would get out of control, she would get her balance. Like, Whitney was a smart person. She knew that you were gonna fucking take her life somehow, some way. I'm hearing I confided in you. I ain't gonna take it no more. She regrets the day that she let Pat come into her life. This was a choice Whitney made, and she had to live with that. She regrets it in death. She fucking hates you, Pat. Everything that you did and everything that she did for you, and this is how you fucking repaid her. I'm hearing you were never woman enough to admit the truth. I always told it like it was. You relied on me for my money. That's all that you cared about. All talk, no action. You couldn't keep up with the demands of your job, and that wasn't my fucking problem. You fucked up venues and opportunities that I had deliberately, and I was tired of your shit. You would force me to miss important phone calls. You would lie on me. You would fuck up trips and plans that I had. You were out to destroy me. I like to eat apples and bananas. So I'm seeing Whitney sing that to Christina when she was a baby. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what she's saying. And here also represents the food tray. Eggs, bacon. I see eggs and bacon on. It's like a food tray that you get from a hotel. So she did definitely have breakfast that morning, and I see fruit on the plate too. Pat was trying to convince Whitney to eat. She kept forcing her, trying to force her to fucking eat her food, and Whitney really wasn't hungry. Obviously, when you do coke and shit, you don't really want to eat. Here's the perfect opportunity for me to take your life from you, to take all your money, to take your legacy. There will be no more of you, Whitney. So I'm seeing a timestamp. Like, basically, this whole scenario took place within a matter, I'm gonna say, of like 15 minutes max. 911, what's your emergency? I just found my sister-in-law dead within the tub. Like, bitch, you fucking killed her. Shut all that shit up. Bro, legit, she even tried to play this shit off in front of the bodyguard. The bodyguard is the one that fucking checked on her. Bruh, he was shook. Like, I don't know, he just could not handle the fact of seeing this shit. And that bitch tried to act like she was confused. Like she didn't know what was going on. Bitch, please. I love Whitney so much. I'm grief-stricken by her death. I gotta hold Christina together. I gotta be her mom, her rock. Bitch, that's what you wanted. You wanted to be fucking Christina's mother. Just another way to get you closer to the fortune and fame that you would never have. You tried to have ties to the royal divine bloodline without the fucking blood. Then you have Night Song. Whitney had one of the most beautifulest voices in the world, and you fucking took that from her. You took her voice out of jealousy. You're a little sick fuck. You were passionate about murdering Whitney. This was something that you had planned long before her death. I don't know if Whitney used to smoke cigarettes, but I'm seeing her smoke a cigarette. She's pointing and she's shaking her head as she blows the smoke out, and she's saying, Pat, I knew you would deceive me. A working parent providing financial stability, like you were a leech. Justice was never served. She got away with this. I'm hearing investigation, closed, cold case, open file. Make Pat take accountability for my death. Whitney is not at peace with how her death went, how all of this shit went. Like, why didn't people look into this? The sun, new beginnings. So this case may open up, or she may be found guilty. I don't know. There's something that's going to be good that is going to come of this, though. Whitney wants Pat to be forced to take a polygraph test. Question her about pills, about bathtub water. Tip the scale, make her life a living hell. I keep seeing Whitney's purse. She took evidence out of it. I don't know what she took, but she took something out of Whitney's purse. Whitney was the natural born leader. I'm seeing a note. She took a note out of Whitney's purse. Whitney may have wrote something down for evidence. I'm seeing Pat scan the room to make sure there wasn't anything left behind. I'm hearing no remorse. She will never feel bad for what she did to me and Bobby Christina. Disagreements, conflict, wanting to win at all costs, competition. You took my life, Pat, because you didn't want to listen. Constructive criticism.